Okay, this video is just going to be a few tips on how to get finer details on the face. At the moment you can see that after the last video I've done the ear and the black around the eyes. Now obviously not every picture is going to have this black around the eyes, but this one does, and it really starts to make you think how the tones work in the face. Let me just show you. I'll zoom out. So initially, if you thought this was the right tone, you compare it to how dark that is, and you think it's nowhere near. That needs to be a lot darker. Okay, and by using these contrasts, you start to get a feel of what should be dark and what should be light. I know that, well, not purposely, but it just happens when you're smudging. A lot of the lighter areas have turned grey, but that's something you can always fix later on by rubbing them out. But you try to do that at the end though, because you're obviously going to keep smudging, and the light is just going to start to become more grey. But now that you've got most of the detail on the face, you can start rubbing things out and building up the contrast a bit more. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, this is something I didn't show you with the eyes. See the grey here and the grey there? As the eyeball is spherical, it's grey on the sides and lighter on the top, and that gives the idea that the iris is closer than the back of the eye. So again, the white of the eye is not white, which is a bit of a weird thing to say. Okay, so there's two things covered. Next, I want to talk about the eyebrows. I mean, eyebrows are quite simple. If you just start off by the drawing here again. Let me zoom out. Just start off by sketching out maybe the outline. Very light again, because there isn't an outline around the eyebrow. Sorry if it's a bit noisy, by the way, it's raining outside. Really bad English weather. Okay, so there's the outline of the eyebrow. Don't think we need the picture anymore. Now then, from there, just going to look at the direction that the hairs are going, so that's this way. Just start doing this. Start putting your pencil in that direction. Okay, and then the next thing I do is gently smudge it, and then move on to the dark pencil and do each hair individually, and then that really brings up tone. If you want to highlight some lighter hairs, go back to the light pencil, and if there's any hairs that seem to deviate from the bunch here and start to move further into the centre of the brow, again use the light one. Finally, when the hairline forms, you don't want it to be an immediate line of hair. You want it to be like dashes here. So if you do a load of dashes, I'm going backwards and forwards. Okay. There's a load of dashes following the hairline. Hairline shaped like a V, well, an inverted V. Obviously come back to this with a bit more detail and attention. but I think you can get the idea. And then once you've done all this, you can start making darker hairs here, and then even darker hairs here until it slowly builds into the hair. Because remember, hair doesn't just start somewhere. You got some hairs that start slightly lower down. And then when you've got the hair down, you can, well, this part of the hair anyway, you can start working on the rest of the hair and building away from the face. And that's what I'm going to be doing in the next video.